mensaje de la directora del distrito de la División de Sueldos y Horas del Departamento de Trabajo, la señora Robin Mallett. Now I give the floor to the District Director of the Wage and Hour Division of the Department of Labor, Ms. Robin Mallett.
Thank you. Good morning. I'd like to thank the Mexican Consulate and all of our partners of the Justice and Equality Program for their collaboration and support of our enforcement programs. During Labor Rights Week, we honor the contributions of all workers and reaffirm our commitment to making sure workplaces are fair and safe. The Wage Hour Division enforces laws to protect workers and also ensures that businesses who are playing by the rules aren't hurt by those who reduce their labor costs by breaking the law and cheating their workers. Our ultimate goal is to achieve employer compliance, and to do that, we have to change behaviors. Empowering workers and educating employers is the key. Through the Labor Rights Week and our partnerships, the Wage Hour Division helps ensure that few workers struggle to afford the basics and make ends meet. Our mission has always been about workers whose rights are denied, whose labor isn't appreciated and duly compensated, and whose voices aren't heard. It is for them that we work. Improving conditions for those workers requires that they know their rights and exercise their rights provided to them by the labor standards. As Secretary Perez has said, our goal here at the department is to promote and expand opportunity for all people working in the United States. To do that, we must strictly enforce the laws protecting workers, their wages, and their safety. And we must make sure that all at-risk workers in this country understand their rights. The Fair Labor Standards Act guarantees that most workers are entitled to the minimum wage and overtime. At its heart is the promise that an honest day's work deserves a fair day's pay. The Wage Hour Division enforces that law, and since 2009, our investigators have led agreements by employers to pay more than $1 billion in back wages to more than 1 million workers nationwide. That money was rightfully earned by hardworking people who need to feed their families, clothe their children, and pay rent and other bills. Locally, I have some important figures to report. As a result of our combined efforts through the Justice and Equality in the Workplace program, the Houston District Office received over 50 referrals from participating partners between October 2013 and today. Through our collective efforts, we have conducted investigations that have resulted in over $600,000 in back wages for over 300 employees, and there are additional investigations underway. This figure amounts to an average of $2,061.39 due for each employee. That is 7 weeks' worth of pay for a worker earning minimum wage. Our Justice and Equality in the Workplace program works. Since the inception of the program in 2001, the Houston District Office has found over $10 million in back wages for 6,866 employees. Let's be proud of the work that we do. We are all making an impact. Although we celebrate the work that we have done, I am fully aware that we have a lot of ground still to cover. Approximately 7.3 million establishments and over 135 million workers are covered by the laws we enforce. While we continue to respond to complaints, we focus our largest efforts targeting investigations and evidence and education where evidence shows the violations are greatest, where workers are least likely to exercise their rights, and where we can level the playing field for the greatest number of employers. Education and outreach has been and will continue to be one of our key strategies for promoting sustained industry-wide compliance. Workers who are aware of their rights and employers who are aware of their legal responsibilities are able to identify and fix labor violations or to prevent them from occurring in the first place. Thank you again for the opportunity to work and better the lives of many workers.